shifting focus to the auto space. Now hit brakes on your next car purchase till the next GST reforms come into place. How much will the next GST reform make your car cheaper? Let's go across to Puneet for a breakdown of how much you can save if we get this GST cut.
Well, thank you for that. So it's definitely, one of the key aspects and, of a GST potential cut on electronic consumer durables as well as your next car. Now, we are seeing currently that it's priced at 28%. We've just taken out some key models that are very popular in the Indian market and looking at the comparison with the potential new GST rate cut. Now, the group of ministers have already approved this on 21st of August, and now this goes to the GST Council, which is potentially held in the second half of the month of September. So you might not have to wait too long. But if you're pressing, the payment button right now, you might just want to look at this as well. WagonR as well as Baleno, two of the most popular cars from Maruti in the small car segment, they will move from 29 to 18%. We also have some other models in the bracket as well, like Desire, which will also go to 18%. And the SUVs currently have a GST rate of between 30 to 45%. So something like a Bolero New, since it is sub 4 meters, it does come with a 31% rate. That could also potentially move to 18%. And while the SUVs are at 45%, we could see a 5% reduction. And this is meaningful, as we'll see in what happens finally with your EMIs as well. Something like, the XUV 700 is the other one. It is currently attracting a GST as well as a cess of over 48%. This will go to 40% and will have one of the highest reductions in terms of price points given the new GST rate structure as well. Now, when you look at the old as well as the new on-road price for these cars as well, WagonR currently comes at 7.4 lakhs. We could see the price fall by almost 63,000 rupees because of the GST rate cuts and will now be available potentially at 6.8 lakhs. Similar to Baleno, the new price will be 8.1 lakhs and we will see a reduction of almost 75,000 rupees, which is more than 10% of the car's cost because of this GST rate cut if it happens. The other models, Desire is the one, it's a popular one. It's a new launch which happened last year in May. We've seen the price will fall sub 9 lakh rupees for this one, and we'll see a fall of almost 80,000 rupees on the Desire model as well. Something like a Bolero New, it's a very popular rural SUV, will fall to 12.5 lakhs, and we'll see the maximum reduction of 1.3 lakh rupees if this GST rate comes. Brezza is the other one. We've seen, the key integration for this one. From 11.5 lakhs, this will actually move to 11.1 lakhs. So it shouldn't be 15 lakhs, it should be 11.1 lakh on this model. You will see a 55,000 rupees saving. The Creta SUV is the other one where we'll see the prices actually fall for this one as well. From 16.1 lakhs, this will actually fall less than 16 lakhs for this one as well. When you look at the other ones, something like the XUV 700 will see a reduction of almost 1,17,000 to 20.6 lakh as the new price based on this GST cut as well. And finally, how much will you actually have to shell out in terms of your EMIs for all these vehicles? We've seen that currently, this is of course based on a report by Nomura. We see that on a 10-year basis with a certain percentage of 9 to 10%, which is a general auto loan percentage, we do see that roughly about 12,281 is what you pay as your current EMI. This will fall by almost 1,000 rupees per month to 11,234, and it has a cascading effect because this money is now available per month for you to have additional spending on other items, and hence it will help with the GDP growth as well. Something like a Baleno will fall to 13,300 or 1,200 rupee deduction in your monthly EMI. When you look at the other models as well as the SUVs as well, Desire will fall to 14,100 or 1,300 rupee deduction. The Bolero New will go from 22,800 to just 20,500, and we're going to see almost a 2,200 rupee reduction in your monthly EMI. Something like a Brezza from Maruti will go to 18,300, while something like a Creta, which will go from 45 to 40% in terms of GST rate, will now have a monthly EMI of 25,500 with almost 1,000 rupee reduction. So you get 1,000 rupees additional savings by just this GST rate cut as well. The highest one will be seen in XUV 700. It is currently at 48% in terms of GST and will fall to 33,868. So that's one of the key aspects that we've looked at for your new and your next car purchase. You might want to just put in a few more weeks of additional hold, and in case you've already bought it very recently, it's time to ring that caller to your dealer and probably ask for that some more discount or accessories if you can, because this one is going to be a big one.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Puneet, for putting that into perspective. And I'm sure this is going to help a lot of viewers watching this entire link. Thank you so much for that.